Hi guys, welcome back to virtual class. I hope you're all doing well. This is take two of this video because I already made and edited the whole thing, and then when I was watching it back I realized something weird was happening with my lighting and it made my eyebrows look really uneven, so it looked like I was like this the whole video. So we're gonna try again. Can't believe this is the second to last week of the semester. This has obviously been a very strange semester, but I'm just really proud of you guys. I'm proud of not only the amount of work, but the quality of work that you've produced through all these strange circumstances, and your determination to finish strong, and your commitment to Baylor, to the BIC, to this class, to each other. That's all just been really amazing to watch, and it's not going unnoticed. So I'm just really proud of you guys. Keep it up. And again, please remember to contact me if you're still missing assignments so that we can talk about your options, and to contact me as soon as you can about those kind of things, because we're at the very end of the semester, and as time goes by, the options for ways that I can help you are reduced. So I've reached out to those of you who have missing assignments, who haven't talked to me about it. If you've let me know in advance that something's going to be late, no problem. If you're just not turning stuff in and not talking to me, we need to fix that. If you don't get back to me and you don't turn in your assignments, there's not much I can do for you in terms of grades. I've tried to make it very clear that I'm going to do whatever I can to help you pass this class, but if you don't communicate with me, there's nothing I can do for you. On a happier note, I'm continuing to find new things to occupy me during isolation. So my sister has been trying to convince me to get a TikTok for a long time. And I mean, I'm bored, so I decided to look into it, but I'm a researcher. I had to do my research before I get on there because I'm still kind of on the fence about it. And so I looked at some of the more popular TikToks online to see if it would be something I would like before making an account. And so there's a lot of trends on there, but there's some of them that I just don't understand. Like, I saw one where they show you how to flip your hands over without moving your wrists. I don't really understand what the point of that is. But I saw some other ones where they show you that if you hold your cat up and wiggle him, he gets really long, and that one seemed more fun. But my favorite trend that I've seen on there is the flip the switch challenge.
Look, I just flipped the switch. Flip, flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this.
But as you can see, Emerson was not very cooperative with that one. So I don't really think that TikTok is in our future. We're just going to stick to our YouTube influencer career. Tim, we miss you. If you're watching, please leave a comment. We haven't heard from you in a while. He's our #1 fan on YouTube. But if you have made more successful TikToks with your pets or just yourself or your friends, something funny, drop the link below so we can all have a laugh during our quarantine and see your lovely talents. Moving on to class assignments, in this video I'm going to talk to you about the presentation that is due on Thursday, April 23rd. Remember, you cannot turn in your presentation if you haven't turned in your research proposal, outline, and annotated bid. If you're behind on any of those assignments, this week is the best time for you to get caught up. Remember, your rough draft is due next Thursday, so you need to get the rest of your assignments done with enough time for you to get your draft together. And remember, that draft needs to be peer review quality. So think about the ways that your time is being pulled in all different directions right now. Think about how annoyed you would be if you had to give a lot of that time to peer reviewing a 10 or 12 page paper that was clearly not ready, that hadn't had the work put in, that wasn't up to standards, that didn't meet the prompt. That would not be a good use of your time, and that would be frustrating. So don't do that to your peers. Don't be a burden on them. If you have a problem and you're not going to be able to have a good draft done by then, that's okay. But you need to talk to me about that so we can figure something else out for you rather than using your peers' time in a way that's not helpful. So please talk to me if you have any issues with deadlines coming up, and talk to me sooner rather than later so that we have more time to work with. So for your presentation, the prompt is on Canvas, and we're going to talk through that now. So go ahead and pause this video and open up the prompt and then come back. Okay, so now we're looking at the prompt, and it says that for this assignment, you need to prepare a PowerPoint or a Prezi that you would use if you were to give a presentation about your research for this class. So obviously, we're not actually giving presentations because no one wants to do that over Zoom. It would not be helpful. It would take too much time, and we're just not going to do that. So you don't have to do the presenting part, but you do have to do the visual aid part. If you don't have PowerPoint downloaded on your computer, that's fine. You can use Prezi. That's a free online tool that you should be able to use no problem. But a pro tip, I'm pretty sure that Baylor students can download a full Microsoft Office suite for free. So you can look into that if you want to get, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, Outlook, all those things on your computer for free. Your presentation, whether you do PowerPoint or Prezi, needs to have 7 to 10 slides, and it needs to include at least 5 sources from your annotated bib. Now, this is not you just a slide for each source, right? Because we already did that. We already focused source by source in your annotated bib. So now you're integrating those sources into your argument in your slides. The same way that you're going to do it in your paper, where you use your sources as evidence, that's what you're doing in your PowerPoint. So there are a few requirements that your presentation needs to meet. You need to state your general topic. This seems obvious. You need to state the reason for your interest in the subject. That can just be a brief, sentence or two. And then you need to state your claim. So your claim includes the problem and the policy. However, the bulk of your presentation is going to focus on one portion of the overall project. So while you need to state, here's the problem, here's my policy, you can't cover all of that in detail in a presentation this short. So when we were meeting in person, this was going to be a 5 to 7 minute presentation. Clearly, that's not enough time to fully cover a 10 to 12 page paper. So you need to just pick one facet of the paper and talk about it in detail in your presentation using at least 5 sources. So you could talk about the problem in detail, you could talk about the solution in detail, you could talk about how one element of the problem is met by one element of your solution in detail, however you want to do that. But it just needs to be covered in depth in a 7 to 10 slide presentation. And again, you need to include 5 sources integrated into your presentation, and they must be cited both as an in-text citation in the slide where you use it, so that's where you include the author's name and the page number, the parenthetical citations, and in a works cited slide. And just like with paper, the works cited page doesn't count toward your full page count. The works cited slide does not count toward your full slide count. And this presentation is due on Canvas by midnight on Thursday, April 23rd. Again, if you need an extension, please contact me. I will be happy to work with you on that. And remember to, this presentation, yes, you need to make a good presentation, make it look nice, do your research, get it all together, but don't spend hours and hours on this. Take this week to be smart about what you're doing with your time. So whether that means that you need to catch up on previous assignments, if you haven't done your outline or you haven't done your annotated bib, use time this week to get that done. Or if you are all caught up on everything, go ahead and just knock out the presentation early this week and then get started on your draft so that it will be ready for peer review and you're not going to be rushed next week when you're having exams and projects due in other classes, because next week is the last week of the semester. So again, the presentation, it needs to look nice, it needs to be thorough, it needs to be complete and meet the requirements. But if you've already done your proposal, your outline, your annotated bib, you have all of this information at the ready. Putting this presentation together really shouldn't take you too much time. Give it the time that it needs, but if you're finding that it's taking you more than 2 hours, 3 hours, go ahead and contact me and we can figure that out together, but this shouldn't take a huge amount of your time. Don't stress over this, just get it done, get it knocked out so that you can get the points and move on to the more important parts of the project. So, if you have questions going forward, please contact me. If you are missing an assignment or feeling behind or feeling stressed, please talk to me. I would love to hear from you. If you just need to talk and it's not even related to this class, that's fine too. We can talk. I just hope that you guys are doing well, and I really appreciate all of the work that you've been doing. Please let me know if there are any ways that I can be a help to you during this time, and I will see you Thursday on Zoom. Bye.